Dragon Ball Age 1000 is actually Xenoverse 3. I knew it in my heart. A lot of you guys knew it in your hearts. We got the official confirmation yesterday, which, by the way, had to have been the best Dragon Ball reveal of all time. The entire Battle Hour 2026 event in general was great in my personal opinion. So today I just really want to do this complete breakdown of the Xenoverse 3 announcement trailer, maybe go over some details that you guys might have missed out on. Maybe I'm going to be missing out on some details. If I do, please let me know down below in the comments. So before we get started, I just want to say a big thanks to all of you guys for always showing support. I started this channel back in 2016 because of Xenoverse 2. We stuck with this game for a whole decade. We're just getting started because in big 2027, we're going to be playing Xenoverse 3. So another whole decade of Xenoverse content. Let's go! Again, thank you guys for always showing support. You guys are the greatest. Now let's jump straight into the trailer breakdown. So we're starting off with the new city. That's literally what Bulma calls it in this trailer here. According to the Steam page, this is also known as West City. You can even see at the bottom left corner the giant billboard that says West City Boundaries or whatever. And down right there in the center, it says Capsule Corporation. But before we do all that, all this is going to be taking place during the age of 1000, which is set extremely far in the future. Just to put this in perspective real quick, the end of Z Saga, Goku with the blue gi, that takes place during age 784, which is already far into the future because End of Z takes place after the entirety of Dragon Ball Super. I'm talking about the manga, mind you. You know, the sagas that aren't currently adapted into the anime just yet, such as the Moro arc, we're getting that next year. The Granola saga with Frieza Black, Ultra Ego Vegeta. The superhero, we obviously have the movie, but not the anime adaptation. All that is before age 784, End of Z. Now, this age 1000 is going to be 216 years beyond that. That is absurd, which is why you can see the city here extremely vibrant. We have a ton of people roaming around. Everything seems very futuristic. We have the new character. His name is Brett. We got that officially confirmed thanks to the panel. And real quick, I do want to go further back. We see the Uzaru sign top left. Is that hinting towards an Uzaru transformation? We didn't have that in Xenoverse 2. Of course, during some of the story missions, we were able to go up against Uzarus and for some of the raid missions. But for our specific Saiyan CACs, can we transform this time around? The reason why I bring that up, not only because of the sign there, but we also see an actual warrior with the Saiyan tail. Oh, hopefully it's not just an accessory this time around. But going back to Brett over here, he's humming this song, a tone or whatever. I'm assuming that's going to be the new song by this new character here. But we have the classic Xenoverse 2 soundtrack. As soon as I heard this, I just popped off and lost my mind. So obviously, Xenoverse 2's intro, attention all time patrollers, right? With Future Trunks, songs playing in the background. But this is also originally from Xenoverse 1, the character select screen. A lot of you guys already knew that. And by the way, obviously this does look like an anime. It's fully animated. So this very well could be the intro for Xenoverse 3, something similar to Xenoverse 2, again with Supreme Kai of Time and Time Patrol Trunks. He's turning on the BGM. Obviously, when you do roam around Kantan City in Xenoverse 2, you get to have the option to change the soundtracks. And my God, bro, I'm not even joking when I say this. Some of the OSTs are cool, especially like the battle ones during combat, but the lobby songs, some of them are just horrendous. Now, this one here by the demon character, it sounds pretty cool, not gonna lie. I think that's referring to new demon CAC. We don't have this specific race in Xenoverse 2. So far, there's only the female and male Earthlings, as well as Saiyans and Majins, the Namekian race, and Frieza CACs. 5 different races, so yeah, maybe, I'm pretty sure this is hinting at the upcoming demon race. There very well could be more, such as the android race or bio androids, the Glins, right? Supreme Kai of Time and Supreme Kai from Original Z. They're technically from the Demon World, right? Demon World 2, but I don't think they're demons. They do have the pointy ears though. But yeah, I just would like to see multiple different races. Not only that, but as well as different trajectories or branches, routes that you could take. Something similar to Dragon Ball Online. For example, the Namekians, right? You had the option to pick the Namekian race, but branch out to either the spiritual warrior or the like wizard magic side of things, which is what we have in the anime. You know, Piccolo, obviously the Namekian fighter, and Dende, more of the magical side with the Dragon Balls. Yeah, we need to see something similar to that over here in Xenoverse 3. Oh, that's going to be nice. So moving forward, we do see Brett's over here kind of free roaming around the city, you know, just showing how vast the environment is going to be. Imagine this at night. Woo! The city night lights, stunning. Mark my words. Well, hopefully there's this day and night cycle. We don't have confirmation of any of that, but you can see he's just roaming around. We do have Piccolo, which we'll get to, but this city made me realize something, and the civilians. Brett and John 1000s, they're not time patrollers. Going back to Xenoverse 1 and even Xenoverse 2, we have the hub worlds, right? I believe created by Supreme Kai of Time with the Time Nest, right? Everybody who's roaming around Toki City for Xenoverse 1 and Kantan City within Xenoverse 2, they're all time patrollers, right? To fix distortion in time, to seek out villains, and all that crazy stuff. These guys, Brett and John 1000s, they're part of the Great Saiyaman Squadron team. Don't know the official name just yet. And this is pretty dang obvious, but just want to mention it nonetheless. They're not on some separate hub worlds or different timeline or dimension. They're just on the normal Dragon Ball planet, just set in Age 1000. So that's just something I noticed. These guys aren't time patrollers. They're part of the Great Saiyaman Squad, which very well could be led by Bulma herself. She did create the uniform originally for Gohan in the Z anime. So I could see all that being a thing. And I even have a cool theory of why or even how or whatever Bulma's doing here. What is she doing here? You know what I mean? But we'll get to that soon. I guess it would make sense for Piccolo to be still alive and around because Namekians do age significantly slower than humans, right? They can live up to hundreds of years, I believe. So it makes sense that Piccolo is here in Age 1000s. But is this referencing mentors? Because going back to Xenoverse 2, Kantan City, you know, we had the cast characters, you know, in their individual placements. And we get to train under them, unlock their super attacks, abilities, whatever. So Piccolo, he's standing there on top of the capsule building, aura farming as per usual. You know, maybe mentors are going to be back, which most likely this is obviously Xenoverse 3. I'm just naming the obvious. So we do have this character, by the way, new hairstyle. Hopefully we could pick this outfit here as well. The outfit is just going to be significantly better in Xenoverse 3. A lot of style going around, right? A lot of personality, pizzazz. People are vibing with their unique looks. Xenoverse 2, there's a lot of similarities, you know what I mean? Still a lot of outfits and some hair designs to choose from, but all that is going to be skyrocketing tenfold, man. We have some shades going on with the earrings. We'll talk a little bit more about the accessories soon, but new hairstyle there. He's also driving a vehicle. I'm going to be going back to Xenoverse 2 a lot, bear with me. In Xenoverse 2, I believe there's only a handful of vehicles. I specifically remember the Space Pod, Flying Nimbus vehicle, the Hover platform, the default one, and the pre-order bonus, the Tau Pai Pai pillar or whatever. But this guy's actually driving one of those capsule cars, you know, the normal hover cars or whatever. We have, I believe, some of Brett's friends, right? Or maybe he's just being polite, saying what's good, how's your day going? The hairstyle that the female is currently rocking, I don't know if she's a Saiyan, a human, android, you know what I mean? But I think we have a hairstyle similar to that already in Xenoverse 2. The guy on the left, new hairstyle we haven't seen. Now, to be fair, all the stuff that we see in this trailer may not end up in the actual game, the contents. This dude has a very unique hairstyle. Who's that one character from Yu Yu Hakusho? It's not Yusuke. During my reaction video, I said Yusuke, but it's the dude with the orange hair. It just reminded me of that. But going back to that Uzaru transformation I mentioned before, you can see he's wearing, or not wearing, he has the Saiyan tail. So during the customization option, if we pick the Saiyans, maybe we have the option to have the tail and or remove the tail. In Xenoverse 2, we didn't even have that option for the Saiyans. What the heck? You could wear it as an accessory, you know, cosplay a little bit. The earrings, that's going to be a very popular fashion style going on, because the dude driving the car, he has the same exact earrings, right? The golden, I don't know, circle earring thing. Now that I'm thinking about it, it kind of resembles the Android earring, right? Android 13? Wait a minute. Is he an Android? I'm not entirely sure. Same thing going on with the earring there, the loop. Saiyan tail, the hairstyle going crazy. Imagine transforming into a Super Saiyan with that hairstyle. Oh my days, how is that going to look? To be fair, going back to the original teaser trailer with John 1000, he transformed into Super Saiyan and his hair spiked, which is not a thing in Xenoverse 2 during gameplay. So maybe that's confirmation of hair spike. So going back to this guy's hairstyle, that's going to be extremely absurd with the Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3, you know what I mean? Dang. Don't go up against that guy. So once again, we do see the new demon CAC. Kind of cool design. So she's like this popular singer in the worlds. Oh, and by the way, the hairstyle that she's currently rocking right now, that's in Xenoverse 2. Shoutouts to the GOAT, John 1000, bottom left corner. Gamma 1, obviously, the new character, top left, Brett's. Character on the far right, the female character, that's another character originally designed by Akira Toriyama. And John 1000, as well as Jane 1000, that's her fan name currently. They have official names, but they haven't revealed them just yet. They're going to be our character in the world of Xenoverse 3. So John's perspective is our perspective. They're us. They're the customizable characters, whether you pick female, the character on the right, or male, the character on the left, right? They're us. They're you, right? The CACs that we get to create. Now, Bulma over here, what is she doing in Age 1000? Doesn't necessarily make sense. She is human, so there are a few theories that I have. One, obviously, we've seen her use the Dragon Balls for, I guess, selfish wishes, right? So maybe she's gathering this Dragon Balls, using the radar, obviously, and just making wishes to stay young. That's one. That could make sense. Two, she obviously built the time machine for future Trunks. So for whatever reason, she teleported over to the future. Actually, I do have a reason. Ooh, this might be a good theory. Hear me out. During the original Z anime, Goku had the heart virus. He was supposed to die until Trunks came from the future and gave Goku the medicine. Notice what Trunks said. We don't have, or you guys don't have this medicine just yet in the present timeline. However, in the future, we do have this medicine because technology is way superior than present or past technology. So hear me out. Stick with me. What if Bulma in the present Dragon Ball timeline, whatever it is, you know, she finally reached her limitations. I know that's quite bizarre with how brilliant and smart Bulma is, but technology probably has limits, right? So in order to still be innovative or just to create things out here, what if she teleported over to the future, this timeline, Age 1000, to use all that technology to start creating things still, right? Because again, there's limitations in the normal timeline. So if you go to the future, the technology is going to be vastly superior. Now, as I mentioned before, she created the original Great Saiyaman outfit for Gohan. And it seems to me that she's the leader or the captain of the Great Saiyaman squad. You can see that she's in the lab, the symbol in the bottom left corner, GS, Great Saiyaman. So she actually has a reason to be over here in Age 1000 because she's now, I guess, she was already important, but even more important. Does any of this make sense, or am I just yapping at this point? And again, with those golden loopy earrings, that's the third time we've seen it so far. Oh, wait. What if everyone who has that golden loopy earrings are androids? So this could be like an android of Bulma. Now, for the third theory, maybe she's just a Bulma descendant with the same name. I don't know why. Maybe Bulma Jr. or something would have helped us decipher all this. Gamma 1, notice how he's not within the city. He's over in the glaciers area doing his own thing. So I do feel like Gamma 1 is the mentor of Brett. You right? He's just checking in. He got the notification. What's good? You about to take this mission? Don't fail me now, all right? It's strange at the same time because he's a student to Gamma 1, but also a teacher or mentor to our CACs, right? Because we'll see him transform into Great Saiyaman 6. Our character is Great Saiyaman 7. Now, if I haven't mentioned already, the open world exploration, this is obviously West City. So hopefully this is just a small portion of the actual worlds that we get to explore. Something similar to Xenoverse 2. You guys know how there's sections, Planet Namek area, there's the Mushroom Kingdom area, the Rocky Mountains, we got the Grandpa Gohan house. There's even a small portion of West City, right? And then like the main place where you accept all the missions. So what I'm trying to say, even though this looks extremely vast, this is still only West City. So what if we get to fly, roam around to other locations like Planet Namek or like the Rocky Mountains area, which I'm assuming so. It's just going to be so much larger. Toki City in Xenoverse 1, very small compared to Kanton City. Now, Xenoverse 3, the new West City, what if this location alone is larger than all of Kanton City? You know what I mean? And we still have multiple areas to free roam. So before we keep talking about Great Saiyaman 6 and Great Saiyaman 7 over here, we have the customizations, right? This is where you press start, have all the different options. You can see the cog wheel, the setting icon. That's easy to decipher. Don't necessarily know what the other 4 buttons are, but on the right side, we have the hue wheel, the color wheel, right? So maybe we get to, well, obviously in Xenoverse 2, we get to change the color of the outfits. We do have other folders. Don't know what they could be representing, but the presets, right? He already has this preset saved. Top left corner, you can see we have 6 additional icons. This is where it gets interesting. Further back, I mentioned something about the accessories. This video is all over the place, bear with me. But the top left, the orange icon, obviously that's referring to the torso piece. The green one referring to the pants. And the top right, the cyan blue looking one, is that supposed to be a drink and food? It looks like it. Maybe that's like the attributes. Put some points to your stamina, strength, right? Health. That could make sense to me. But the 3 icons on the bottom, that's where it gets a bit interesting. We have the hat icon, the glasses or visor, and then the third one, is that supposed to be some sort of badge, or maybe the, you guys know the purple turtle shell that Krillin, Goku trained with back in the day in OG Dragon Ball? Maybe it's that. But going back to Xenoverse 2, all of that, the glasses, necklace, hats, the swords, were under the accessory category, and you can only equip 1 accessory at a time. Xenoverse 2's CAC creation wasn't necessarily the best. But now, since I'm seeing the 3 different icons, could we equip more than 1 accessory? Please! A lot of people have been asking for that since day 1. Dude, you already know people are going to be wearing the Bardock bandana, the Potara earrings, also wielding a sword. The customization better be 10 out of 10, a lot cooler than Xenoverse 2. That's all I have to say. Anyway, he clicks on the preset. We get this epic transformation. Oh, and I even forgot to mention his unique outfit. How could I forget this? So, this guy must be a huge fan of Yamcha because of his uniform that he's currently wearing. Obviously, some resemblance to the OG Dragon Ball Yamcha. And he even has the scar on the left side of his face. Yamcha has that as well. Did he do that on purpose? No, I'm playing. Maybe he's a far descendant of Yamcha because, again, we do see him use that fighting pose, which we'll get to eventually. Great Saiyaman with the number 6. Right there. You can barely see it. Number 6. So he obviously comes before us, the main characters. Or John 1000. Got that cool visor. Nice. That's so cool. He has the flight ability unlocked. Now, again, these guys aren't necessarily time patrollers. In Xenoverse 2, you had to get the flying license. You had to complete the Frieza saga. So maybe there could be some similarities in Xenoverse 3 where you have to unlock the flight ability first before you get to do all this. Do keep in mind, he's already somewhat experienced, Brett, right? Because he's Great Saiyaman 6. He's before us. So he's not necessarily at level 100, but he's like at level 25 or something. He has some experience, so it makes sense for him to do all of this. First look at in-game graphics. Yeah, they're going more for the anime cel shaded type of effect, which is great. I prefer this way better. Something similar to Sparking Zero. In Xenoverse 2, we have that dipped in oil look, which whose idea was that? Oh my gosh. Hey, that was back in 2016. Forgive, but never forget, right? But yeah, you can see a lot of the same Xenoverse assets. The chin, the eyes. That's literally Type 17 male Saiyan eyes, right? Eyebrows the same. Nose, chin, ears, hairstyle different, with the scars different. And then we arrive. Again, this is supposed to be us. It's representing us.
Partner, the incident
A big giveaway for that is that John 1000 is not talking. Xenoverse 2, our CACs don't talk either. So notice he's Time Patrol 7. And again, Gamma 1 is mentoring Brett on the left. And at the same time, even though he's a student to Gamma 1, he's kind of our teacher. Since he does have some experience, I've said this 100 times before, he comes before us. So he's going to be our mentor until, you know, we level up and want to train with other cast characters. Now, you know what's interesting? Where's Great Saiyaman 4 and 5? Because in Xenoverse 2, our CACs that we get to create, sometimes we go by Great Saiyaman 3, as I explained before, in some parallel quest missions. So Great Saiyaman 3 during, age 50, whenever Xenoverse 2 takes place. 4 and 5 are still missing, so hopefully it would be cool to meet them during the actual Xenoverse 3 campaign. You know, they're probably like level 150, level 100. You know what I mean? Far superior compared to Great Saiyaman 6 and 7.
Hey, partner, the incident should be just up ahead. Careful, though. I might just steal the spotlight myself. Now,
as I mentioned before, Brett is doing the Yamcha stance, so he's trained with Yamcha, I guess. While our CAC, us, we're doing just the generic fighting stance. Because we just spawned in the server. We don't know nothing just yet. We're getting trained by 6 over here.
The hero.
And I like to think of this as a little nod to a 2 versus 2, right? They're about to double team the criminal. Since this is West City with civilians, I like to think of this as a level 1 mission where maybe somebody just robbed a bank and we have to stop them. Nothing too crazy just yet. No galaxy level threat, no god level threat, no Saiyan level threat, or not even a time patroller threat, because so far what I'm seeing, I feel like time patrollers are a lot stronger than these Great Saiyaman characters. You know? Because they're just, again, level 1, just roaming around the city, stopping criminals. Which, obviously, it will ramp things up when we progress through the story mode. Will we eventually be able to meet the time patrollers? hold on now. Not only meet the Saiyans or Great Saiyamans that came before us, but also the Time Patrollers. Supreme Kai of Time Patrol Trunks. They have to be a main point, not necessarily a main point, but they have to be in the game. The Time Distortions, Time Breakers. Dude, I can't wait for this storyline. It's going to be extremely bizarre, and I'm here for it. By the way, if I haven't mentioned already, John 1000, he has new eyes. We don't have that in Xenoverse 2. New hairstyle. Finally, he's changing things up with the different style earrings instead of the golden looped ones. And we got the Xenoverse 3 logo. Yeah, look at that, man. And then the 3 stars on the Dragon Ball, third installment of the game. I have to mention everything, even though if it's very obvious. Also, you see how the 3 is golden right now? It transfers over to the 3 bars. You see that? And this logo goes hard. Mission to go-go, baby. Any Beautiful Joe fans in the chat? Great Saiyaman, Beautiful Joes, let's go. We also have kind of like the end intro. This is interesting because we wake up maybe after we create our character, right? We wake up over here in our room. Bulma crashes into us and then the story campaign starts. But before we get to all that, you see the orange glowing things floating around. I'm not talking about that robot right there. On top of this capsule where my mouse is, there's like, it's glowing. It's kind of like a checkpoint or a waypoint saying, hey, come here and interact with this machine. You can also see another one on the desk right there. You see how it's a waypoint. So we get to interact, obviously, with some of the objects. Now, what is that capsule looking machine? Is that where we get to create our character? Or is this like some sort of time traveling mechanism? Dude, we can't even open the door ourselves anymore. We have robots doing everything for us. Jesus, we're getting lazy. It's a sign. It's a sign. Are you guys reading what I'm reading right now? Boom. That robot purposely opened the door, forced us to walk outside before Bulma can crash into us. I see what that robot is doing right now. He knows all. Listen to the robot, apparently. But man, this city is stunning. So the giant tower in the middle, what we saw at the start of the trailer, right? Capsule Corporation. That's probably Bulma's headquarters where she's notifying the incidents throughout the city. Not Time Patroller, again. Great Saiyaman Squadron. And is this the same vehicle from original Dragon Ball when Bulma crashed into Kid Goku? Obviously not a flying one. You know, more like a motorcycle, but you see what I mean? The bike seemed a bit similar.
That's gonna hurt tomorrow.
That's strange how his shirt is glowing. We have LEDs in our shirts now? You see that? It's glowing.
Wow, you really caught me off guard. You okay?
This can't be the original Bulma. It has to be a descendant. I mean, again, she obviously can time travel. She invented the machine. And, you know, she has a purpose being here. You know, the leader of the Great Saiyaman. As I said before, she created the suit. And yeah, I think that's about everything. 2027. Specifically for the current gen consoles. I ain't calling the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S the next gen consoles anymore. These guys have been out, what, for 6 years or something? I'm surprised it doesn't say PS6 or Xbox 720, whatever. Also Steam. And that's it. Dude. Phenomenal trailer. Hopefully I mentioned everything that I wanted to mention. If I missed out on something, let me know down below in the comments. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this game. another decade of covering Xenoverse. I'm here for it. Thank you guys for the immense support. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace.